How you doing? I'm with Nadine from the Fitness Joint, and we're going to talk about what does it take for you to be motivated to go to the gym, right? So a lot of times people are stuck emotionally, right? Would you agree with that, Nadine?
I would agree with that.
Right? So we're all about motivation and inspiration because we know that's the biggest hurdle to get over, right? To jump over, to get to that point where you're going to the gym or working out at home consistently. So Nadine obviously was a former fitness competitor. She's a personal trainer. She was somebody like myself that wasn't in great shape at one point in their life and has overcome those obstacles to get motivated and obviously become a personal trainer, make it her entire livelihood, as well as helping others get them in shape. So what would you say is like the biggest thing that people need to do to get over that hurdle to get started just moving?
For me, from my experience, it was, I was sick and tired of walking up 4 stairs and being out of breath.
So basically you were sick and tired about being sick and tired.
Yeah,
right?
I didn't want to go there, but thank you. That's exactly what it was. I wasn't happy with what I saw. And
you're talking about in the mirror?
In the mirror, I remember I was a lifeguard. I put on my bathing suit. And my mom, she's a Latina mom, she told me, "You're getting fat." She's subtle. Like, she told me.
Yeah, that's super subtle.
Super subtle. And I was like, yeah, whatever, Mom. I just ignored it. I go and put on my bathing suit for my lifeguard job, and I was like, this mirror is not very flattering. I'm going to go to the next mirror. And it was worse than that one, and I'm like, oh my God, it's me. So for me, there was a trigger for me.
That's huge. Because did you hear that, everybody? Like, it takes a lot to have that self-awareness and finally look at ourselves and go, you know what? I need to do something.
Yeah.
Right? You have to have that aha moment. And Nadine obviously had that going from, I think she got a little help from her mom, which obviously is not the nicest
she
way.
She got the ball rolling.
Right? Like, it's not the best approach. So moms out there, I don't recommend you tell your daughters they're fat.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, motivation comes in all shapes and sizes.
Right.
No pun intended. Right?
Yeah.
So
no pun.
Nadine ultimately saw herself and she was fed up. She hit that moment. Well, what would happen if somebody's not fed up, right? So there's a lot of people who already look good in the mirror, but they're not necessarily healthy, right? And you work with those people. So What are some things that people are just on the fence, right? They're not fed up how they look, but they're just on the fence and they're like, I know I should, but obviously they don't.
Well, there's a couple things I suggest. The first thing I suggest is just starting to get active. Walking. You're walking every day anyway, so it's not like you're really doing anything extra. You would just be doing it for a longer period of time. You could go in the evenings, go to the park, we're on a treadmill. Walking just for a mile or two, at least starting, does wonders for the body. It's because you're going from inactivity to activity and you're getting your body moving. So hopefully once you start a behavior, a pattern to do something consistently like that, like walking 3 times a week, your dog, your cat, in my case, I like to walk my cat.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, that's another video though, right?
Cat, right? Like, so you can walk cats.
I'm a cat mom.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, do you have a leash for your cat?
Yeah.
Like, all right, interesting.
That's
so
another video.
I think what we can extract from that, obviously getting started with a very simple and easy exercise is awesome, like walking. We all have the capabilities of walking. Well, I guess you live in Arizona like we do. Sometimes those capabilities are a little hindered when it's 118 degrees out.
That's true.
But you can always go in the morning, you can get a treadmill. But I think the biggest thing we can extract from that, besides the exercise, is that just create a simple thing you can do. And I would even say, let's even go one step further, right? Like, you actually schedule it.
Okay.
You prioritize it. So you put it in your calendar, as in like create a routine around it. So every morning at 8 a.m., right?
Yes.
Every evening at 6 p.m.
Yes.
And this can be very therapeutic. Like, if you're married, you can, or you have a husband, wife, or girlfriend, boyfriend, you can go on a walk together. Kind of romantic, you share conversation, that's all great and dandy, and who knows, guys, it might lead to something, right? Or girls, I guess, for that matter.
I want someone to take me on a walk.
If you have a cat, you can walk. Animals need exercise. Dogs, if you ever listen to Caesar, the dog whisperer guy, right? He's basically like, it's not a dog problem, it's a people problem. So if you just get your animals more exercise, they're going to be healthier and more beneficial. But again, I'm kind of going on a tangent. The most important thing, right, I think we all can agree on is you set a simple schedule and create a routine around it that nothing breaks it. I don't know, did you ever hear what did it for Oprah?
I don't watch Oprah. Why don't you tell me?
Okay, well, I don't really watch Oprah, but I just know what she finally said to motivate herself was that her trainer, right, Bob, whatever his name is, back in the day, I don't remember anymore, but he forced her to make it a commitment that she would never break. That it was in her calendar, it was the most important appointment. For myself personally, what I do is I prefer working out in the morning because I know if I get busy with my life, my business, all that great stuff, is I won't even work out. And I'm somebody who's extremely committed to my health and fitness.
Yeah.
So I set an appointment in the morning. I don't look at my phone. I don't look at my email. I don't do anything from a business standpoint. Hopefully my clients don't listen to this too much because then they'll know my secret. I book my own appointment and say it's my most valuable appointment of the day, my most valuable client, which is me, right? And I don't let anybody break that. Are there exceptions to the rule? Yes. Do I go on vacations? And I don't always stick to it, but typically I do what's called my move minutes. So I have about an hour and a half that I commit to what I call my move minutes. If I'm on a vacation, I might go running on the beach. If I'm whatever in the Arctic, I'll get to a gym or go to the hotel gym or find a way to get my move minutes in. And that could be just jumping in my room, doing push-ups, lunges, squats, pull-ups on the door, whatever that may be. Do you have something similar you do to keep yourself on track when you're traveling?
Oh, absolutely. I actually schedule one day of exercise only. I give myself 2 days off on vacation. I actually treat myself. I'm not as methodical as he is. So I'll have one day of exercise. It's usually the day after I arrive. And that can also be a beach workout or it can be a jog on the treadmill. And it's definitely not like a typical workout. It's definitely quick and to the point. But I definitely make sure it's the day after and it's right after I wake up and have my breakfast, which is probably noon.
Well, that's awesome. You give yourself a little bit more. I know personally, I'm a big routine person, and it's all about habit. And I feel if you can stick, I found that working out 5 days a week and just sticking to that schedule all the time makes it easy so I never fall off the wagon, I stay consistent, and I can just stick to my routine. And typically most people don't wake up as early as I do when I'm on vacation, so I have that freedom to just go. Or if you're with somebody that likes to actually join you, then it can be fun too.
Oh yeah, that too, yeah.
But I'm a big audiobook kind of guy, so I put in my audiobook, go for a run, work out or whatever, so I can learn something because I'm a dork, right?
Yeah.
And so obviously that's my routine. Hopefully that helps you and motivates you. Do you have any last words for people that can get them over the hump or get them to understand what it's like to be sick and tired of being sick and tired?
Well, actually, Scott, I think you actually gave the best advice with making it a priority and in your schedule. Since I'm a trainer and I already work out, that's easy for me.
Yes.
You know, it's easy for me. It's my livelihood. It's like I wake up, I'm exercising. It's just going to happen. But I agree with him because if you prioritize something in your calendar, and like he said, it's not perfect. Something might come up and you might not be able to do it. We understand that life happens, but for me, every morning I do my affirmations and my mindfulness meditation because I already have the physical part down.
That's awesome.
I make that.
I think we need a whole other video on the mindfulness and manifestations and affirmations. I'm not there yet. I just go to the gym, right? That's my sanctuary, right? That's my place of peace.
Yeah.
So let's actually do another video on that.
Okay.
So let's wrap this up. Yeah, the topic is, I think, what did we both agree on? Schedule, prioritize, commit to it, make it a routine, and just pick something simple, something as simple as walking. Depending on what level of shape you are, you can obviously hire a trainer. Nadine is a trainer.
I'm available.
Online and offline, so that's an option. Or you can just find a friend, a partner, or whatever it's called, politically correct these days, to start motivating yourself and join you on that. The one thing I don't love about that is if they quit, then you may quit. I want to make sure you do it for yourself and you stick to it. So keep your routine no matter what, partner, no partner or not. So get to it Get healthy, get fit, and find that routine, and get sick and tired of being sick and tired, and do something with yourself.
Yes. Amen. I love it.
Awesome. Take care. Hit that like, subscribe button, notification bell, all that fun stuff if you found value in this. If not, well, that's your choice. Leave a comment below if you have a great routine that you like, or you have a question you want Nadine to answer, because I'm too busy and important to answer your question. I'm just playing. So I'm happy to answer your questions as well. Just leave those comments below. But thank you, and hopefully this was helpful, and we appreciate you, and take care.
Bye, guys.